friends, welcome to Meals with Maria. Today I'm making recipes with just 3 ingredients. Yes, I got the right number of fingers up. Yes, good. These recipes are so amazing. I'm so excited to share them with you. Using less ingredients can often save you time and money. Super important thing to save, super easy to make, and they are fantastic. So enjoy. For this first recipe, we are making a Borsin or Borsa, or I don't even know how to say the cheese exactly, pasta with gnocchi. So you actually just want to put a pint or so of cherry tomatoes on a sheet pan with a package of gnocchi. I got my cherry tomatoes locally because they are in season right now, but you could get a few more if you want to, because it felt to me like we could have had more, but they were still good. And then I just used Dollar Tree gnocchi, which is super easy. And then you see that cheese, that's the Borsin cheese. You get that at any local grocery store. And you could also replace, like, this comes out nice. It's like kind of cute, like it looks pretty, right? You're taking it out and it's this circle of cheese, and you can place that right in the center of your sheet pan. But if you wanted to use like Alouette cheese or something like that, rondelay, I think, both of those are basically the same thing, and they're cheap and cheaper, I think, than the Borsin. And then I am putting a little bit of olive oil, so I'm cheating a little bit, but it does, I feel like, help make sure that everything doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan, but I'm not necessarily sure that it's 100% necessary. And then we're going to bake this at 450 degrees for about 20 minutes. And when it comes out, you're going to be so amazed and surprised at what happens. Comment below if you also always get hit by the heat of the oven, and even though you go in there like every day, like, you should know, okay, keep your head back, like, don't just blow yourself in the face with a 450 degree heat. But I do it every time and it kills me. Maybe it's because I'm going in with the camera. I don't know. So you can see how that crisped up on the top. And then I did end up putting a little salt and pepper on it, because I was like, I probably should have put that on earlier. So your choice how you do that. But look at those delicious tomatoes. This is reminiscent of that viral TikTok like feta cheese thing. And I guess I actually just made this up, because I've done things with the Borsin cheese like this before, but I've never done the gnocchi with the tomatoes. And oh my goodness, this was so simple and so incredibly delicious. I mean, it was like velvety, lots of flavor, but see how awesome it is that the tomatoes get all blistered like that, and your gnocchi cooks and your cheese cooks all at the same time, and it just makes this amazing sauce. Like, the Borsin cheese with the tomatoes really complement each other. And so you could eat this as a meal on its own. You could do this as a side. We actually did some chicken with this on the side. And you could really add anything that you want to this, or anything that you like, especially if you have stuff in the fridge you want to use, especially more vegetables, or shrimp would be good as well. So overall, this is a killer, amazing 3 ingredient meal. Super simple, super easy. And if you're going to make anything from this video, you have to make this one. I swear. I mean, they're all good, but this one is like the top. You have to.
Christmas?
3.
Not a 5?
Yeah, 3.
What about the chicken?
All 3.
Everything's a 3?
Uh-huh.
Lately, you guys are not liking it. What do you think, Tommy?
4.
Yeah.
I get a 4 also.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What about you, Ben?
5.
Zach?
5.
You can see they've been harder on me these days, but they did actually change their mind and say it was a 5 in the end, so totally worth it. This next recipe is for a Hawaiian crock-pot chicken. Again, 3 ingredients. We have crushed pineapple, just 1 full can of crushed pineapple all over the top of chicken breasts, and I think that boneless, skinless thighs would be just great here as well. And then we're going to do about half a container of barbecue sauce. Whatever your favorite barbecue sauce is, whatever you have in your cabinet or is on sale will do. And then you want to cook this either on high for a couple of hours or low for 4 hours. I mean, again, this depends on your crock pot, but for me, my experience with cooking chicken is you do not want to overcook it in the crock pot. And my crock pot cooks hot, so even on low, I do not want to cook it more than 4 hours, because I think it will come out really dry. This ended up being delicious. I loved all the sauce and all the flavor that you get from that pineapple and the barbecue sauce, and it just couldn't get any easier. I was able to serve this as a first day of school dinner for the boys. They had requested Jiffy corn casserole, which if you have not had that, that will be in an upcoming video, and it is absolutely fantastic. A fabulous vintage pea salad also coming in an upcoming video, and this delicious Hawaiian chicken. This next one is another crockpot meal. We're making kielbasa in the crockpot, and again, so simple. I'm just slicing up my kielbasa. Now you can do 1 or 2. I just happen to have 1 on hand, and I was bringing it as kind of like an appetizer addition to a kid's birthday party. So I figured that would be plenty. I will just put some little toothpicks in the pieces, and it will look like a really fabulous fancy appetizer that was so simple to make. So you just want to cut that into about 1/2-inch circles or whatever size you like. And then we're going to use about 1/2 container of barbecue sauce again. So I was able to use the rest of my barbecue, which ended up perfect. And then 2 tablespoons of ranch seasoning mix. Now, very easy to just double this recipe, grab another rope of kielbasa and use an entire container of barbecue sauce and 4 tablespoons of ranch, and you're going to be in good shape to be able to make quite a bit more. And then I just set this to low for 2.5 hours, and these are the beautiful pieces of kielbasa that came out. They really got caramelized. They tasted fantastic, and I was so surprised at how fast they went. Like, they were gone within minutes. All right, for this next one, I'm going to show you guys another trial and error, shall we say. I wanted to make butter beef tips, so I had 1.5 pounds of chuck beef, like stew beef, and apparently you're supposed to kind of like mix this around and get all the gravy and the butter like onto the steak tips, not just put the whole stick in like that. And also add 1/4 cup of water. So many things so far have gone wrong. And then you want to cook it on low for 4 hours, and I cooked mine on low for like 8 hours. And so the flavor was there, like they were good, but you can see they're overcooked, they're overdone, because they're small pieces of meat. So even though it was delicious and like a little bit overcooked, like the flavor was good, I still wanted to share this idea with you guys, and I will put the kind of TikTok link in the recipe bar, the description box below, so that you can make these yourself and they can actually be delicious and not overcooked like mine were. But I feel like we were close. Like, I was thinking that I was on the right track here and they were going to be good, and you know, I still ate them, they were good, but they were just a little bit overcooked, and I think they'd be a lot better had I actually followed the instructions. Just sometimes I'm rushing, and that is just life. What life hands you, you just go with it, right? You get what you get, and you don't get upset, as I tell the kids. And that is it for today's video. I hope you got some great 3-ingredient recipe ideas, and make sure to like this video if you want to see more like this. Subscribe so that you can see my videos. I'm coming out 3 times a week now, and I so appreciate it. It really helps me out if you can do that for me. And if you want to see some other easy recipes, go ahead and click on this video list right here, and you're gonna love them. And I'll see y'all very soon.